Hey guys, it's Jay Norris, Director of Safety. Good morning to you guys. We're going to continue with some videos to talk about what's going on with the COVID-19 virus and how TDOT is doing and how we're going to operate during this time. Today I've got Jason Baker with me. He's the Region 4 Director. Say good morning, Jason.
Thank you, Jay. Good morning. Wanted to talk just a minute. Some of you may not know that FEMA actually groups government agencies and some private entities into groups for response to incidents. Those groups are called emergency support functions. There's 15 of them. Emergency support function number 1 is transportation, which is why it is so critical the role that each and every one of us does on a daily basis to deliver that transportation system, because without a safe and reliable transportation system, whether it's during a disaster or even in the future and for recovery, to get those goods and services where they need to be, when they need to be there, we've got to have that.
Yeah. So as a result, in these strange times, is we have some people that are continuing their day-to-day operations, and we have some people in more admin jobs or support roles, or designers, for example, are working from home, correct?
Correct.
And so to help our operations folks out, Jason and the other regional directors put together some operations guidance on how to work during this time.
Right. We came up with some things to do to still get our work done, but to adjust to the changing times that we've got right now. Some of those things would be, we want to limit the amount of time our employees spend in the office as much as possible. Some of the ways, and we also want to look at the groups that get together. We want to keep those groups to less than 10 people. Some of the ways that we could accomplish that. We can look at staggering the start times to where we're coming in the office and leaving the offices. We can also look at, when those crews come in, split up to where they're assembling at different areas outside of those offices to keep those groups less than that. We also, in the same light, we want to look at limiting or staggering our breaks and our lunches to where we're not all congregating at the same time, at the same place, again, to kind of keep some separation. One of the things that we also want to look at is social distancing. Right. We've talked about keeping that 6-foot buffer between individuals. One of the areas that's really challenging is in a vehicle. So that's one of the reasons why we've gone to no more than 2 people per vehicle, and we want to try to keep it to the same 2 people, again, to limit the exposure to different ones, to try to keep it to just a smaller group. Another thing we want to look at is our facilities that are manned. You know, we want to limit those points of access to just 1 point of access. We want to reduce the amount of loitering and socializing going on, so we want to control that access into those facilities.
That's right. That's right. So to support this, the safety team worked with the regions to come up with some minimum cleaning standards for our places where folks are continuing to work. So on the screen here you'll see a chart that was put together, and we're talking about in our office areas and our common areas, our copiers, things that people would be using, doorknobs. We want those cleaned twice a day with a disinfectant or with a bleach solution. You can read that document and kind of see what we're required there. This is attached in the learning network so you can see it. In our bathrooms, we want to wipe down all the things that people would use in the bathroom, the handrails, the knobs, the faucets, the countertops, all those things. And in our vehicles, they need to be wiped down a minimum of twice a day. So all the things we touch in a vehicle, the steering wheel, the gear shifts, the radios, where our hands go in the vehicle, those need to be wiped down twice a day. And with our power equipment, with our backhoes, trackhoes, bobcats, any other equipment we're using for day-to-day operation, those need to be wiped down in the same way a vehicle is. And then finally with hand tools, chainsaws, and those things, that same thing, we need to take those precautions to make sure everybody's safe. So the goal is to limit exposure.
Exactly.
Right. So finally, guys, thanks for putting in the hard work you're doing out there. If you're at home, I know you're working hard. If you're in the field, thank you for working with us in these trying times, and we appreciate you. Jason, anything you want to say to everybody out there?
Not other than, you know, like Jay said, it's not business as usual, but it is business, but we've got to adjust to the changing times and how do we deliver what we have to do in a safe manner. So that's what we've looked at doing. Thank everybody for what they do, the role they play, and take care and be safe.
That's right. Please remember, we work safe for the 4 most important people in our life. Have a great day.